for me, it was, I remember it like it was yesterday. It was 1986, and I was a, avid foosball player. So I was just, 16-year-old kid, and I walked into Hawaiian Brian's Billiards in Honolulu, and first thing I see is this like group of, hot chicks, and they're all standing around or sitting around by a pool table, and then there's a 6 foot tall, great looking like model Japanese dude, and his like hair was perfect and everything, just like in the movies. And I was like, dude, I want to be just like that guy. Well, he's one of my best friends now, Evan Kakugawa. And so I always tell people, yeah, they say, why did you start pool? I said, yeah, for the girls, of course. Why does any guy start anything, right? Yeah, so I was like, and his stroke was so smooth. So I wanted to be just like that. And he was playing for about 3 months at that time, I remember. So he was like, when you first start, in Hawaii, you're a D player. That's the lowest. And then they go C, B, A, and all that.
Hmm.
So when he was a D player, I was just picking up the cue and I was hitting some balls. And then by the time I became a D player, he was a C player. And then when I was a C player, he was a B player. So he was always a little bit above me. So I was always shooting. I always had that, you know, something to shoot for, right? I wanted to be like him and, play as good as him and all that. So it was, and I picked it up pretty quick. And then I remember shooting, I was probably playing for about a year. And then I remember, he took a break. He went somewhere for like 2 months, and then when he came back, I was even with him already in speed. And he was like, "Yeah, I just took a break. I just left for like a month and come back, and you're already same speed as me." I was like, so I played 18 hours a day. I just lived. Hawaiian Brian's was 24 hours, never closed, no alcohol,
Oh
no
wow.
smoking. Yeah, it was just all pool, pool, pool. That was it. And I remember every time I had any kind of couple bucks on me, I just played. So I didn't have no money to put the balls away, and I just watched people play. So and I remember Hawaiian Brian one time he saw me. He knows after a few months, like 3 months, and he could see I love the game, and I'm like when nobody's there, I'm there playing. So people recognize me, right? Because sometimes I'm the only person in there. And then I remember one time I was just sitting down, and Brian was like, I didn't know him. He says, "Hey, kid, what are you doing? How come you're not playing?" I said, I ran out of money. I said, "I gotta wait." And then he was like, he said, "Oh, wow, shoot." He said, "I tell you what," he said, "just pick up some of this, trash. If you see trash lying around, and then if you're ever practicing, just tell them they'll let you practice for free. But if you gamble when you play with somebody, you got to pay." So I'm like, "Oh, what? Oh my God, that was the best and the worst thing that ever happened to me."
Right.
So, yeah, I was just like every chance I get, I didn't care. I just loved it. I just loved the way the ball spun, the English and all that. And every half hour, I'm learning something new. Just from banging the balls. So that's when I fell in love with the game. That year, 1986, and yeah, I'm still in love with it. Yeah, it's brought me so much joy. It's a great game.
It is a great game, and you mentioned there something that I think resonates with a lot of people, and that's the fact that no matter how long you play the game, I think there's still things that you can pick up and learn along the way. I mean, I'm sure at this point in your career, there's still some things here and there that you learn that you can pick up and add to your game.
Oh man, yeah, especially now when I get to watch so many different players, and now we get to even though I don't spend a lot of time playing tournaments, a lot now. Well, first of all, there's no not too many tournaments to play in, but I get to watch like these other guys live streaming stuff, and I see all these new kids that are coming up, and and I get to see styles that you know, I haven't seen either in a long time or ever. And then I'm like, oh, I remember I used to do that. I remember I shot like that, or I remember I did this little thing and all that. And so for me, I learned some new stuff, but I also it helps me reignite stuff that I forgot years
Hmm.
ago. Because like I always tell people, dude, like I'm teaching my 14-year-old son now. He wants to play with me, hit some balls, and I'm like, he's like, "Dad, how do you're like you're like a magician." He's like, how do you do that? That is magic. And then I'm like, no, there's actually a magician on the pool table, Efren Reyes. I said, that's who I learned from. But I told him, I said, son, I wish I could teach you everything I know, but I forgot half of it.